Hello, and welcome to the 2003 Pride of the Rockies Video Spectacular, hosted by none other than the Pride of the Rockies superfans.
The superfans!
I am your host, Roy DeBigsley, and with me as always are the Pride of the Rockies superfans, Alan O'Malley,
Hey, Roy.
Dan Rostakowski,
Roy.
and last, but certainly not least, Steve Smith.
How you doing, Roy?
Real good, real good. And as per tradition, at the end of each marching season, we get together and recollect over the wonderful season that the Pride has had. And as to no one's surprise, the Pride has had yet another spectacular marching season. Isn't that right, gentlemen?
Oh, without question.
Oh, yeah.
Pride!
So without further ado, let's jump right into the season like every marching season does, with band camp. During band camp, there was a concern about contracting a certain virus from a certain location.
In West Bozeman, right?
That's close, but it was West Nile. Now here's what the band had to say about what they did to protect themselves from this certain virus.
There was a slight risk of West Nile, but what you can do to prevent that is use some bug spray.
I took no precautions. Bug spray is for losers.
There's nothing I could do. We all have it now, so, you know. Just the best part about it was taking it to Montana and then spreading the epidemic there. So that was my favorite part.
I bit mosquitoes. I figure the best offense is a good defense.
I was always being attacked by mosquitoes, and so I figured mosquitoes hate butter. So every day before band camp, I just bathed in butter. But not that margarine stuff, because the margarine is no good, but mosquitoes love margarine.
I'm not any more afraid of West Nile than I am of getting an ordinary mosquito bite, because they really suck. And I just wore bug spray and stood next to people that smell better than I do.
I basically drenched myself in awe, pretty much.
You got off?
Yes, I got off. I did get off.
Our band camp was sure lots of fun, wasn't it, gentlemen?
Oh, sure,
yeah.
yeah.
But that's not all that Pride is all about. Let us not forget about the countless hours that the Pride has spent shedding blood, sweat, and tears while rehearsing in Jackson Field. Now let us take a second to reflect on the wonders that happened between the hours of 4 p.m. and 6 p.m.
Or possibly 6:30.
Thanks, Dan. on Wednesday through Friday at Jackson Field.
Well, I saw fireworks from the freeway, and behind closed eyes I can't make them go away. Cause you were born on the 4th of July. Freedom ring, well, something on the surface, it stinks. I see something on the surface, well, it kinda makes me nervous. To say that you deserve this, and what kind of God would serve this? We will cure this dirty old disease. Well, if you got the poison, I've got the remedy. The remedy is the experience. This is a dangerous liaison. I says the comedy, is that it's serious? This is a strange enough new play on words. I said the tragedy is how you're gonna spend the rest of your nights with the light on. So shine the light on all of your friends. Well, it all amounts to nothing in the end. I won't worry my life away. Hey, oh, oh. I won't worry my life away. Hey, oh, oh. Well, I heard two men talking on the radio in a crossfire kind of new reality show, uncovering the ways to plan the next big attack. Well, they were counting down the ways to stab the brother in the be right back after this. The unavoidable kiss with a minty fresh death breath is sure to outlast this catastrophe. Dance with me, cause if you got the poison, I've got the remedy. The remedy is the experience. This is a dangerous liaison. I says the comedy, is that it's serious? This is a strange enough new play on words. I said the tragedy is how you're gonna spend the rest of your nights with the light on. So shine the light on all of your friends when it all amounts to nothing in the end. I won't worry my life away. Hey, oh, oh. I won't worry my life away. Hey, oh.
Now we all know that rehearsals would not have gone as smoothly if it weren't for the effort put forth by our two drum majors, Phil and Melanie. Now Phil, being the first year drum major and all, got a lot of harassment from the band this year.
Yeah, and personally I kind of think he got the short end of the stick on that deal.
Short end of the stick? Come on now, it's not like he traded a Snickers bar for whatever's in Melanie's box.
Not right at all.
You know, those are interesting points, my friends. We asked the band about these two pressing issues about our two drum majors, and here's what they had to say.
Do you feel that Phil, as the first-year drum major, deserved all the crap he got from the band?
Yes, he does deserve all the crap that he gets from the band, especially for being so short.
I think as first-year drum major, there are certain dues to be paid, and I think Phil probably paid his share.
Sure. He's a fun guy. Hell no!
What harassment? I thought everybody was very nice to Phil all year. I know I was.
No, I don't think there was enough. Because, you know, the shorter you are, the more crap you get.
No, I think a lot of people are really unfair, and I'm being completely honest. And if you cross me, I'll punch you out. I like this guy.
She's got my back.
Do you feel it's worth sacrificing a Snickers bar to find out what's inside Melanie's box?
No, it's not worth sacrificing a Snickers bar. By 6 o'clock, I'm freaking hungry. I could have that Snickers bar, and I would be satisfied. But no, I don't get the Snickers bar because I never get called, and then everybody picks what's in the box and won't share the Snickers bar with me, but I'm still hungry.
Melanie's box is an enigma. Now, to find out what's inside, on one hand, a Snickers bar on the other. I love Snickers bars. But M&Ms are my favorite candy, so if it was M&Ms, I go with the M&Ms. Otherwise, I'm just curious about her box.
Well, I've often wondered, is that a new Snickers bar every week, or has it been stuck in someone's pocket?
No. When my name was called, I took that Snickers bar. I took it and ran.
Well, everyone knows what's in Melanie's box, but for a Snickers, yeah.
Yes, I've always wondered what was inside Melanie's box. Sometimes it's food, and that makes me happy.
Yeah, sure.
I always know what's in my box, so I get the Snickers bar anyway.
As long as it's not moving or contagious in any way.
What do you think I am?
I don't know.
Oh, man. That's just not right.
Not right at all.
Well, let's get back to the subject at hand, gentlemen. We all know that between Depride performances on Saturdays, there's a certain competition that takes place between two teams that involve some sort of oblong-shaped ball.
Rugby, right?
Rugby?
What?
Come on! That's not right.
Not right at all.
Now, of course, as most of us know, the sport we are referring to is football. And when looking for a spectacular football team, one needs not look any further than the University of Northern Colorado's own Bears.
Bears.
Now, this year's been a trial by fire for the Bears as they moved up to Division I AA. It is no surprise to the superfans and many others that the Bears pulled off this season with a spectacular record. I have with me a chart that me and my colleagues put together with some predictions of every game. And as you can see, we were very much in the ballpark for each game.
You know, I found it rather odd that some of the Bears' opponents chose to don the color purple.
You know, Steve, some of them even went so far as to wear purple sacks.
Now, why in the name of Dr. Main, out of all the colors in the rainbow, did they choose a color like purple when they could have chose colors like, say, blue and gold?
Well, you see, Steve, blue and gold, them there's the glorious colors of the Bears.
The Bears!
And we all know that no one will ever be nearly as good as the Bears. So why should they even bother?
Oh yeah, sorry guys, my mistake.
It's okay, Steve, no one's perfect. Except for the Bears, that is.
Bears!
But we could talk about the Bears all day. But rather, let's get back to the pride. And more importantly, the pride at the Bears football games. Go Bears!
Go Bears!
Now, home games at Nottingham Field are always a good time, but an important part of any football season is how the team fares on the road. And the Pride had the good fortune of traveling with the Bears to Bozeman, Montana, where the Bears took on the Bobcats of Montana State.
Dirty cheaters.
Now, believe it or not, gentlemen, the Montana State Athletic Department was not entirely welcoming of the Pride.
I'd say.
Without question.
Dirty cheaters.
But in the end, it was none other than the Bears.
Bears.
Walking away with that day's victory, which of course would not have been possible without the help of the Pride.
Pride.
Now here now is a small tribute that we, the superfans, have put together for that victorious weekend.
I've paid my dues, time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes taken my bows and my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. The champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. Oh, we are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions.
Now, the trip to Montana was filled with many highlights. What would you gentlemen say was the best part of your trip?
I'd have to say beating those dirty cheaters, the Bobcats.
Oh, I don't know. For me, it was having a cardiac arrest at Bab's Burgers.
I personally enjoyed eating in the circular dining hall.
Oh, what? Come on.
That's his pride. Leave him alone. Now, the Pride also had a wonderful time in Montana. Here's what they had to say about it.
I really liked when we played for the football team at the hotel. I thought that was really cool, and how they were cheering for us and everything. I like that.
The favorite part of the trip to Montana was the part where we came back in the fourth quarter to beat the Bobcats. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
You have the,
and the fact that I have an E that is now sunburned onto my back.
That would have to be the end of the game, actually.
That guy with the big afro. It was just like this in the back, and then he took off his helmet and it was like this big. And I just wanted to see if my horn would fit in it, or just place it, braid it, and we just have a good time.
Upsetting the local yokels.
I really enjoyed the casino they had across the street. I think I won $17. And I got a free root beer out of the deal. So.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. It was at the end of that game, and when people were yelling at me and saying, "You guys suck," and I pointed up to the scoreboard and go.
Oh, my favorite part was the score at the end. No, actually, my favorite part. 3 minutes left on the clock, and our team is driving down to score, and one of their athletic department guys comes right up. I don't know if you noticed this, but Dr. Singleton was there, and he comes right up and says to me, "Now, we obviously can't keep you from playing in the game or during the game, but let's make a deal that you'll just play when you're on offense, when you have the ball." And so he's telling me this, and their band is right down there in the other end zone, playing right at our football team. So I said, "No problem, we'll do that." 3.
Goodness sake, that is a game I'll never forget.
Me either, Steve. Me either.
Well, fortunately, that was not the end of the season for the Pride. A little more than a week later, the Pride took another trip down to Littleton Stadium, where they put on a show-stopping performance of epic proportions for the possible future Pride members. Now here's a quick look at what some might call the most important performance of the Pride all year.
Pride!
The Pride!
Hey! From 4 to 3, hey! The man is gunning for me. Hey!
was such a quick trip. Sorry about that. You caught us in the middle of the eating portion of our show.
Alright guys, who ordered the Walmart sub?
Walmart sub? Who in the name of Dr. Main would want something like that?
That would be me.
Oh.
That's just not right at all.
Please, darling, do us a favor and bring the food during the picture sections.
Just doing my job.
Alright.
So, hun, where do you want it?
Just put it right over there.
Okay. Here you go, hun.
Thanks.
You alright there, Steve?
Just having a heart attack.
Oh, he'll be fine.
It's almost done. There.
So, Steve, what is that? 8, 9 for you? Something like that?
That's an even baker's dozen.
Man, I've only had 6.
You know, that's something to shoot for, isn't it? But anyway there, some people view the Pride as a single unit. But I like to think of it as many units working cohesively together. So now's the part in our spectacular where we take a look at the various sections of the band that make the Pride such a well-oiled machine that it is today.
What, you mean there was more than one section? Because all I ever could see was the trumpets.
Well, that's all you really need, isn't it, Steve?
What? Come on. I feel that every single section contributes effectively to the overall performance of the band.
Every section? What do you moron?
Now leave him alone. That's his prerogative.
All right.
I don't think we need to discuss this any further. Let's just take a look at the sections, despite the fact that we know what the most important section is. Coming into the season, we never know how big the Pride is going to be. This year, the section that grew the most was the trumpet section. Now I gotta ask you gentlemen, how do you feel that the larger trumpet section has improved the band this year?
Well, I think it's quite obvious that we were much louder.
I don't know, maybe less straight lines, but it definitely can't compare with the sound.
I can't in good conscience answer this question.
Well, that's okay. And here's what the band had to say.
I have always been around large trumpet sections, and it definitely makes the band whole. Without the trumpets, it's not really a band.
I think more trumpet players has made me get yelled at less, because there's more trumpet players to yell at.
I think the trumpet section's really contributed a bunch to the band, giving it a lot of energy.
Well, I gotta say you guys are awesome. I like the sound,
This year.
Improve.
That's a loaded question.
That was the key word that I was most concerned about. Having a larger trumpet section help improve the band.
Well, those guys have been eating a lot more, and all that extra growth they did, I think, has really helped fill out those uniforms.
Oh, were they larger this year? Was there more of them this year, Doc?
No, but they ate more.
They ate more. Yeah, they cost us more money every Saturday. No, it was a nice full sound to have more trumpets out there.
Generally, it's brought a large sound and a really good size to the band.
Now, the Pride is blessed with two groups of lovely young ladies that form the auxiliary portion of the band, those being the Color Guard and the Sugar Bears. Now, the question I pose to you, gentlemen, is, say the Color Guard and the Sugar Bears were to get into some sort of brawl that happened in a dirt lot immediately after a rainstorm. Who do you feel would win?
Well, the Color Guard, they do have the weapons.
Yeah, but the Sugar Bears, they have larger numbers.
What do you think, Alan?
To be honest with you, I'm still stuck on the idea of them wrestling around in, never mind.
Well, this is what the band had to say about that particular question.
We would! We have big metal sticks.
And chains? Do we need to say more on that? No, we'd win.
The Sugar Bears, because a lot of them are kinesiology majors with me and we're pretty tight.
Everyone watching.
I think most people would be going for the Sugar Bears because it's wet and it's muddy. And me being not a guy, I really could care less.
Mud wrestling. Wow.
Sugar Bears, because there's more of them. Although the Guard does have flags that they can just... I'm going to go with Guard, actually.
Okay.
I changed my mind.
Strength in numbers, but they don't like mud, so they're very clean people.
And the Color Guard isn't?
They're clean too. I'm saying nobody likes mud.
Well, I thought you said...
Don't yell at me!
Why? I have no idea. I don't even know what to do with a question like that. It'd be fun to watch, but I don't...
The mama pajama rolled out of bed and she ran to the police station. When the papa found out, he began to shout and he started the investigation. It's against the law. It was against the law. Or what the mama saw. It was against the law. The mama looked down and spit on the ground every time my name gets mentioned. The papa said, oh, if I get that boy, I'm gonna stick him in the house of detention. Well, I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rose, the queen of Corona. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
But
It's the trumpet. People,
Trumpet,
shiniest horns.
That last question was completely unnecessary.
The Carson was
Please,
necessary.
guys. We'll resolve this after the show.
Will the Color Guard and the Sugar Bears be involved?
You know, that's entirely possible. But let's move on to a serious topic. Now, we all know that eventually, in theory, everyone in the Pride will graduate. And at that point, they will no longer march with the Pride, even though they may still want to. So, gentlemen, will you raise your glasses with me in a toast to a group of individuals known as the graduating seniors.
Seniors!
Thanks for the memory of candlelight and wine, castles on the Rhine, the Parthenon, and moments on the Hudson River line. How lovely it was. Thanks for the memory of rainy afternoons, swingy Harlem tunes, motor trips, burning lips, burning toast and prunes. How lovely it was. Many's the time that we feasted, and many's the time that we fasted. Oh, well, it was swell while it lasted. We did have fun, no harm done, and thanks for the memory.
here.
Compose yourself, my friends. We still have a group of individuals to recognize that we all feel is essential to the success of the Pride. And who, my friends, is that?
None other than
the staff. The hardest working group of individuals this side of the Mississippi. And the question I have for you, my friends, is what is God's role in the Pride? Well, obviously, he's rooting for the Pride.
Oh, obviously. Otherwise, why would he have put him in Greeley?
Now, the question is, did God make the Pride superior to all other marching bands? Or is God just a fan of the Pride, and the staff made him superior to other marching bands?
Oh, the staff, without question.
Yeah, I'd have to say the staff as well. Pride.
You know, Steve, if you're not going to pay attention, we're just going to have to get someone else in here.
Yeah, that's my bad. The staff!
Staff! Okay, here's a hypothetical question. What if Doc and Satan were to get into an evil stare contest? Who do you feel would win?
Aren't they the same person?
Yeah, can they ever really coexist?
Well, I don't know. Roy, what did the Pride have to say?
Well, let's find out.
I think Doc would definitely win, just for the fact that Satan would probably start laughing because Doc is kind of goofy looking.
I'd have to say Satan, only to get back at Doc for tickling me.
Doc and Satan?
Yeah.
Oh, they're different people. Oh, okay.
I think the only reason that Satan would win is because he plays with fire. Doc's just the axe man, and axe does not injure fire. The Satan would win, I have to say.
Is that some rock, paper, scissors rule? Axe does not beat fire?
Right. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, axe, fire.
Well, if you're talking about the kind of Satan that's in the South Park movie, probably Doc. But I don't know if I honestly ever met the real Lucifer, if anybody can really capture the evilness of that. But I'd say Doc still has a pretty good chance.
Oh, Charlotte Mills.
That's the truth.
I'm told she has the worst stare there is.
I think Satan would. Doc would get bored and want to write music. I think Doc would. You know, some of his stares, they can be pretty scary.
All right, guys, I got a question for you. Let's say Dr. Maine takes on the entire Montana State Athletic Department in a volleyball match. Who do you think would win?
Now, this is just Dr. Maine, right?
Yeah.
Or possibly his daughter.
All right, we'll let his daughter play, but who do you think would win?
Well, if it's Dr. Maine and his daughter, that's just unfair.
Maines.
Dr. Maine in the Montana State Athletic Department would go head-to-head in a volleyball game. Dr. Maine being on his own, of course.
Yes.
Who do you feel would win and why?
Dr. Maine, because obviously Montana is just not athletic, and Dr. Maine is.
I think Dr. Maine would win because Montana would be complaining too much about how he's winning.
The other team, because I could be Dr. Maine.
Ouch.
Maybe with his daughter.
I'd take Dr. Maine in a minute. Absolutely.
Oh, Dr. Maine, hands down. Those athletic directors can't even stop us from playing.
Well, he won the football game, didn't he?
Well, I think that depending on the numbers, Dr. Maine, if he had his daughter with him, it'd be a no contest in our favor.
I don't know, but I I always win.
Not last year, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Well, we're just about to the end of the show. Wouldn't you all agree it's been a great year?
Oh, without question.
The best ever.
Duh, Pride.
You know, I would have to agree as well. The Pride has faced West Nile, rainy games, purple sacks, uncooperative athletic departments, hordes of screaming high schoolers, a visit from the parents, a march down 10th Ave, and more tuba players than any one person should see in an entire lifetime. But we all know who came out on top. Duh, Pride! Okay, that's about all the time we have for the 2003 Pride of the Rockies video spectacular. We leave you now with some parting words of the band's favorite memories of the year. My name is Roy DeBixley, and we are the Pride of the Rockies superfans, and we bid you a fond farewell. Duh, Pride!
What was your favorite part of the year, seeing that it's the end of the year and you're looking back?
I'd have to say the first day of band camp, because my section was like all cool and they weren't afraid of me.
I liked the rehearsals because they moved fast. It just went a lot quicker than high school and they were enjoyable. Everybody wanted to be there.
Getting to be surrounded by all the trumpet players, it makes me a better trumpet player myself. Not only are we loud and are we good and better than CSU, I just love it.
I have to say that our last game was pretty awesome. I mean, the way we just man, we were all together and the music just was awesome, and the way the tubas were all out there and all together.
Getting to drive Dr. Main's car. I got to drive it twice, and I think that thing has the acceleration of like a loaded dump truck.
Probably the Montana trip, actually being at the game.
My favorite part was when the entire band almost got into a fight with 12-year-olds in Montana.
I don't have a favorite memory. Every day is a fantabulous day in marching band.
Hawaiian Thunder won in the volleyball tournament. That was, I called it last year on the video. Last year on the video, I said Hawaiian Thunder was going to reign supreme. I called it. We did. Thank you. Next year, I'm going to call it again. All right? Hawaiian Thunder is taking it.
I think the favorite part was the trip to Montana. I think we got a lot. We accomplished a lot because the team won, and it was fun.
I don't know. I had a great time on that Montana trip. I have to say that trip was it.
Oh, it was the end of that game with Montana State. That was just incredible.
Time of year.
Sorry about that. You caught us in the middle of the eating portion of our show.
All right, guys,
That is
so Thanks for that.
Very long.
History Channel response. Now,
You seem to be smoking a pipe. Well,
I don't get the History Channel.
Wearing a smoking jacket.
I don't get the History Channel, so I don't really watch that. I get Nickelodeon though. No. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
You can see the finish line, people. And my wrist, and my fist.
Hey, Randy, react to that.
Squishing Randy's head! Squishing Randy's head! Squishing lost his head! Squishing lost his head!
You gotta let me split your fingers back down.
Squishing attendant.
Alright. Now say, Dr. Main and James Carville in debate. Who do you guys pick?
And Maine.
I gotta go with that Maine.
No, of course.
Now, what about, say, Rhonda versus Rulon Gardner in a Greco-Roman wrestling match?
That's a tough one. She's a
come
good
on,
wrestler.
Rhonda.
I'm gonna have to go with the Rhonda.
Rhonda, yeah.
Rhonda, but it's close.
It's close.
And how about Phil Emery and Phil Foreman versus the entire Philistine army?
The entire Philistine army?
Just two Phils versus the Philistine army?
Yeah.
Phils.
That Phils.
I gotta go with Philistine, but you know, that's just...
what? Come on!
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Prerogative.
Absorbent and yellow and orange is he. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Anyway.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
More beer, you slappy wag!
Okay. Oh, Dr. Main just waved at me.
You just flipped
I
off
wasn't
Dr.
flipping
Main.
you off, Dr. Main.
Way to flip off Dr. Main.
My bad. It was at Ryan, I swear. I was pointing at Ryan. Damn it.
We would like to thank the Colorado Bandmasters Association for this opportunity to perform here today for these outstanding high school bands. Our show begins with the famous and powerful Crown Imperial March, written by the British composer William Long and conducted by drum major Melanie Carnock. At this time, we would like all high school drum majors to report to the north side of the track by the ring. Our next selection was made famous in the 1970s by the rock group Chicago. Their unique sound was due to their saxophone and brass lines. The Blue Devil drum and bugle corps rejuvenated the song in the early 80s with their contemporary arrangement. Here's the pride's exciting version of Free. probably all heard the exciting up-tempo swing tune. You probably all heard the exciting up-tempo swing tune, Hey Pachuco. But you haven't seen the Sugar Bears choreography. Here they are with their personalized version of Hey Pachuco. As well as non-music majors, we invite all of you to join the pride and be part of this exciting organization. Thanks for your kind attention, and we wish all of you success at the upcoming state marching finals. We leave you now with the UNC Fight Song!
Go Bears! Go Bears!
And that, gentlemen, is a wrap.